Vice President of Education, TTM Mayuri, for that wonderful introduction. And warm welcome to all of you. And very good morning, good afternoon, good evening from whichever part of the world you're joining from. And I'll be the Toastmaster of the day for today. And it gives me immense pleasure to invite our special guest, who is none other than distinguished Toastmaster Priyank Anand. And she is a finance coach, former global IT project manager, award-winning short film producer, visiting faculty at Anna University, and a public speaker. An alumna of Anna University CEG and AC Tech campuses, she holds dual BTech degrees in textile technology and information technology. And she also has an MBA in financial service management. How dynamic is she? She lived and worked in the USA for 6 years, leading global projects with Tata Consultancy Services and Virtusa. A sincere and dedicated Toastmaster since 2012. She has served in the every club leadership role and became the first division director of District 120, leading the division during the Toastmasters Centennial year. She has mentored and empowered many members to achieve the prestigious Distinguished Toastmasters designation and win multiple speech contests, and continues to inspire leaders through communication, mentorship, and lifelong learning. Let's put our hands together and welcome our special guest, DTM Priyank. And before we get into the education session, let's introduce our tag team. For that, today, since I will be playing both the team mode as well as the general evaluator role, so let me introduce the tag team. So on the tag team, we have timer, our counter, and then we also have grammarian. Do we have the active listener here? Have you joined the active listener yet? Okay, I see people joining in. Okay, but in the meantime, let me introduce the timer, who is none other than our Toastmaster Aniket. Timer Aniket, it's your time to introduce yourself.
Yeah, yeah. So I am the timer for today meeting. My role will be to time the various speeches, table topics, and evaluation. So among the prepared speeches section, the time limit will be 5 to 7 minutes for most of the speeches. At 5 minutes, I will show the green card. 6 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And 7 minutes, I will show the red card. So there is a 30-second grace period of both up and over, and so the time will be 4 seconds to 7 seconds. Next, for the table topic, the time limit will be 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show the green card. 1.5 minutes, I will show the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I will show the red card. So the 30-second grace period on only the upper side. So the time will be 1 minute to 2 minutes 30 seconds. Next to the evaluation, the time limit will be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show the green card. 2.5, I will show the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will show the red card. And there is 30-second grace period of both the upper and lower side. So the time limit will be 1 minute 30 seconds to 3 minutes 30 seconds. Let me show the cards once. So like this, I will be showing the card. Yeah, I will present the report at back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, timer Aniket. And next, let's move on to our next role player, who is our counter, Dr. Mona Sundar.
Morning. Greetings to all the Mr. Madam Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. The purpose of our counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pass filler who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler words, including and er. I'll also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as this means. At the ending of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you. Over to Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you so much, Accountant Dr. Monasundaram. And next is our grammarian, who's none other than Toastmaster Supraja.
Very good morning, everyone. My name is Supraja. Today, I got the opportunity to be the grammarian. My job is to carefully listen to all the speakers and note down the proper and improper language. As a grammarian, I get the opportunity to introduce the word of the day. Considering today's, I have picked the word nuance. The meaning of this word is a slight difference in meaning or appearance or feeling. The word of the day is nuance. Nuance means a very tiny change which actually makes a big difference. An exemplary usage of this word is the power of small changes lies in the nuances we choose to improve every day. I repeat the word, it's called nuance, a slight difference in meaning, appearance, or feeling. At the end of the meeting, when called upon by the general evaluator, I will present my report. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Grammarian Supraja, for introducing that wonderful word, nuance, once again. And let's look at the nuances of table topics from our special speaker, who is none other than DTM Priyank. DTM Priyank, this time is for 30 minutes for this session, and you will be seeing the green card at 25th minute, and then you will see the yellow card at 27th minute and red card at 30th minute. Over to you, DTM Priyank.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So the word of the day is nuances. I'm sure by end of the 30 minutes, you will have learned some nuances to handle table topics at Toastmasters and also outside Toastmasters. That is where we really need the table topic skills, I believe. So let's keep this very interesting, interactive. So what exactly are your challenges with respect to table topic speeches? You can put it in the chat or you can unmute and then you can let know.
Yeah, thinking in the moment.
Thinking in the moment.
It is not similar for every topic. Some topics we connect with them instantly. Some topics we do need some time. How to start, somebody has just.
Yeah, in club you always get, you can go for 30 seconds thinking time. But the purpose of table topics itself is to make you think. A little bit of therapeutic also, I would say Toastmasters is also a little bit therapeutic. So sometimes it kindles, makes you think, go find stories from your past, present, create some if there is none. Okay, somebody has posted how to start. You mean how to start speaking? Where to start? When a topic is given, where to start? Is that your question? Yes. Okay, where to start? Okay, starting trouble, right? We have this trouble, all of us have this trouble, how to start, where to start. Once if we get started, then it's very smooth. Okay, how to package? How to make a package in that 30 seconds time to think. Yeah, even if you get 30 seconds time, how do you package that 2 minutes and 30 seconds or 2 minutes, 15 seconds speech within that 30 seconds? Okay. I would like to hear more. Any other challenges?
Sometimes I don't even understand the topic and still I'm expected to talk.
I don't even understand the topic, but I'm expected to talk for 2 minutes, 15 seconds or 2 minutes, 30 seconds on the topic. What do I do? Okay, hooks. words. You're not getting the hook statements. Okay. You're not getting the right words. Okay. Any other challenges? Very less challenges, I think, today.
Yeah, I have one more challenge. Actually, on the topic, I have to also link my personal story.
Story is the struggle or topic is the struggle?
Sometimes we don't have the personal story for every topic, right? So still, I have to find out like
Still
in
we
the
have to
30
talk.
seconds. Yeah.
Forcing ourselves to tell personal stories for all the topics. We may not have personal stories for all the topics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, blank at times. Yeah, I was looking for this answer right in the beginning. The mind goes blank the moment the table topics master tells the topic. The world stops for like a minute. Okay, overcoming fear and being confident. Yeah, more than talking on the topic, we have to show the world that we are not scared, we are not afraid, and we are confident. Okay. Any other major
Hi, ma'am.
challenges?
Yeah, hi, ma'am. I have one concern. Like, we'll start with one motto and it will end with other thing.
Yeah, you start in the main road, you get down in the sub road, then you don't know in which road you took a turn, and you forget where the main road is and how to get back to the main road. And you start talking on the topic, we go off the topic and forget the topic, then we don't know how to conclude, and something we will do, and then we will stage. Yeah, we have all been there, we have all done that, we have also seen people doing that, right? It's very easy when we are sitting in the audience, right? We give the best table topic speech when we are sitting in the audience, not when we are given the topic right on the stage. Am I right? How many of you agree with that? Okay. Yes, yes. Okay. How would it feel if you had the keys to most of the locks that you said now? Will you feel empowered? Will you feel more confident? Okay. So let's unlock some of the keys to handle the topics. What were some of the topics which made you go blank? Do you remember those topics?
At times the table topics master gives us some very complicated proverbs, and it takes a time to even process that proverb. For example, I remember once receiving, "If wishes were horses, beggars would ride." And now the initial 10 seconds I was lost because I didn't know how to even begin. So if the question is very complicated, it takes time to process it and start, and by that time the clock is already ticking.
Yeah. So you gave us a bunch of things, right? One is you have never heard of that topic in your lifetime. This is the first time you're hearing that kind of a topic, and you're clueless what it means. And it is some proverb or it's some sayings or something, and we are expected to start immediately, right? Okay, beautiful. What do we do at that time?
Start with appreciating the question.
Start with appreciating the question, start with appreciating the table topics master.
Yes, we have to start somewhere.
That's the easiest filler to start, right? That's
Yes.
a wonderful topic, table topics master. That's an amazing topic. Okay, after that,
Then whatever comes in mind, we have to
bits
deliver.
and pieces, whatever words went in the ears, whatever it got transformed into the brain, and we still remember the topic, then we talk on the topic. If we don't remember the topic,
We have to end the timing in that earlier.
fill the time, right? Like we write in the test paper. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we will come to that, how to handle complex questions. Mostly in the contest, we get those kind of proverbs and things we hear like for the first time, and also like lengthy topics, right? Usually a good practice is to have up to 5 words in a table topics. That itself is huge. If it is 7 words and goes more than that, it can really become tricky. we will also see about the listening skills we have to develop for the table topics. With that, we'll get started. Any other challenges or things you want to share before we get started? I'll give 5 more seconds. Okay, let's get started. So how many of you watch Priyanka Chopra's speeches on YouTube? Nobody? Okay, somebody? So whenever an interviewer questions her, how does she structure her response? Have you noticed? Okay, let me share with you. This is a very common structure that we use for responses for table topics, or you can use it in any of your daily life encounters. This is called as the prep framework, which is PREP. It can be used like Oreo also, Oreo biscuits. If you remember, you can keep Oreo in your mind. Point, reason, example, point. Or opinion, reason, example, opinion. So this is your structure. So somebody asked within 30 seconds, how do I structure my response? So you're going to think 2-3 sentences for opinion, 2-3 sentences for the reason, 2-3 sentences for the example or story, then again 2-3 sentences for telling the opinion or point, again back and closing. You got it? Okay, somebody says my wife watches. I think I went past. I couldn't connect back. Okay. Prep Oreo. Hope you made a note. Okay. PREP. Point, reason, example, point, or Oreo. So first you will tell your point. Say for example, couple of days back, we gave the topic popcorn or puffs in the table topics group. So if you love popcorn, then you can say, I think popcorn is the better snack in the evening because that is your reason. You can say 1, 2, 3. It is the most healthiest snack. It is the most quick. Well, there is a one you can make quickly, and it is the one you love or your children love or your family loves. And then you can come with some example or story. And then again you close it with, that is why I think popcorn is the best, considering to puffs. Or you can also say puffs is unhealthy because 1, 2, 3. So I think popcorn is the best snack. Okay? Got it? Can you think of some table topics for which you can use the prep framework? Prep or Oreo framework? They are asking for your opinion. What do you think about global warming? What do you think about something? You can very well use prep or Oreo. Okay? Can I see some thumbs up so that everybody has understood? Hello, Manaraj ma'am. Ha. Okay. We'll move to the next one. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay. So the next one is the PPF method, which we call as the past, present, and future. Say, for example, the topic is Bangalore traffic. Bangalore traffic. You can talk about how it was in the past. Then you can talk about how it is in the present. Then you can talk about how it will be in future. Okay? Now possible? Possible to talk for 2 minutes, 2 minutes 15 seconds. Yeah, 30-40 seconds you're talking about the past. Another 30-40 seconds about the present. Another 30-40 seconds about the future. You go there. Already you're done. You'll be in the red card. Okay. Tell me some topics where you can use the present, past, and future technique. Ancient storytelling versus modern entertainment. Okay. You can tell how your grandmother told stories, then how your mom told stories, and then whether you are telling stories or you are giving YouTube in the mobile phone. And you can also predict how your daughter will be telling stories to her daughter, her children. Okay, any other topics where you can use PPF?
How do we manage finance?
How do you manage finance? Okay, paper currency, now digital currency. We don't know what it will be in the future.
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency, paid in crypto. Okay, economy, how it was, how it is, how it may be. Paper book to digital book. Yeah, see, now you know for which topics you can use PPF. PPF you can also bring in with your personal stories. Whenever there is a personal question, also you can go for PPF. You want to think of some topics where you can use personal stories for PPF? Me then and now. Yeah. You can tell about your past, your present, and your future. Theater to OTP. Great. Impact of artificial intelligence in our daily lives. Before and after COVID. Amazing. Amazing. So many topics are coming up. Very nice. Very nice. So now you know you can use the PPF method, right? It comes in handy whenever you go blank. You just start with something about the topic in the past, then talk something about that topic in the present, and then you get creative and tell something about the topic for the future. And then you can wrap it up. We'll go for one more method. I think we have time, right?
Yeah, we have time.
Okay. This is a very much used method in Toastmasters, especially for speeches, for evaluations, and everywhere. In fact, we overuse this technique also, which is called as the rule of three. Triads, we call it. So, whenever a topic is given, you can think of three things about the topic. Three things about the topic. So, it's called as the rule of three. Universally, you can apply. For many topics, you will be able to talk three things. The three important things, I think. And then you can say number one, number two, number three. And somebody who said within 30 seconds, how do I structure? You can think about the three major impactful points in that 30 seconds. And then you get started with the first. Once you get started with the first, then naturally the second and the third will also flow. Okay? You want to share some topics for which you can use the rule of three? Your favorite vacation spot, the food that you love. If you had 3 wishes from a genie, what would that be? Anything else? Me versus Gen Z kids. Also, you can use the rule of three. You can use past, present, future. How can we apply the same logic to professional life? Rule of three. Rule of three, sir. Toastmaster Kanan. Is this for the rule of three? No. Table topics. Yeah, table topics you can take and apply the same framework for real life also, right? You can use prep method whenever you have a point to tell in your meeting. You can tell this is my point of view, this is my opinion, because point one, point two, point three, reason one, reason two, reason three. So I think this might be a better option. Like that you can use prep. And if you want to use PPF, you can always say in the past we had handled this using this. Currently we are using this to solve this. In future, we can use this to solve this, to save time, to save money or whatever. So in that way, you can use PPF. I think those are the two we have talked about, right? After that, rule of three. Rule of, rule of 3 points. Can you please go on mute if you are not asking a question? Okay, what are the other different types of table topics that you have encountered that you felt difficult to get started with? Philosophical questions, abstract questions, scientific questions. Anybody faced scientific questions?
Yeah, I had a question which I found difficult. Can I share?
Sure, please.
It was the idea behind something is more powerful than the idea behind something is more powerful than what happened or something like that.
Okay, the
That
idea
the power, I'm sorry, the power of the idea is more powerful than the idea. I got totally stuck.
yeah. So when those kind of things appear, you can take an interpretation of the topic. I think this means like that you can take a flip and then you can use it. You don't have to go for the absolute meaning when you don't know the meaning. So when you said the topic, initially I thought the power of the idea is bigger than the execution itself.
All right.
If that was the
All
topic,
right.
I would have gone
I think
against the
so.
topic. It is not just enough to have an idea, it is important to execute it.
Mhm.
The second time when you said the topic, I understood as the idea is more powerful than the power of the thinking of the idea is more powerful than the idea itself, right?
Yeah, it takes a little time to
Little
sink in,
time
so then
then
we
to
lose
sink.
time. That is a little apprehensive that time. So how
Yes.
do you tackle that situation?
So that is what we have to be very, very keen listener when we are going for table topics. And at contest, people especially they close their eyes and they completely pay attention to listen each and every word. So in the first time, we want to listen all the words and sink it in. And in the second time, is they make sure they listened it correctly. That is a listening skill that we use. And sometimes people also do some shortcuts. They give their longer names with so that they will get some time to topic before they hear it.
That's a classic.
That also they do. But sometimes it can also but it is up to your listening to pay attention, right? If you think you need that breather 2-3 seconds between hearing the topic for the second time, you can give your long, if you have a longer last name, you can give your longer last name.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we'll come back to that abstract philosophical topics, right? Imagine you are taught on a lottery. So what method we can use here?
We can use prep method, how we are previously, and after lottery, how we would be.
Oh, very nice. Before lottery, after lottery, very nice. Now you're doing a combo of the prep and the PPF. Nice. So that is how we have to get creative. I really appreciate it. You can tell how you have bills to pay and everything before the lottery. How you were hoping one day you will win the lottery, and then the day you won the lottery, and after that, how life changed, something like that. Yeah, that's a very strong take on the topic, very strong structuring. Okay, we can also use a structure called PAS. PAS is problem, action, solution. Especially if you get topics like how we can handle traffic problem, or how we can handle global warming, what we can do to make children more responsible. Then you can go for problem, action, and solution, which is a PAS, or it can also be problem, action, and benefit. These methods you can use at work also. This is the problem we have in hand. I think these are the solutions. You can also put forth 3 solutions or 1 solution, and then you can say what are the benefits of using these solutions, and end with whatever the positive outcome is. Okay, so we saw prep, we saw rule of 3, we saw PPF, we saw PAS. Let's see one more. Let's see one more, STAR method. STAR method is the situation, task, action, and result. Can you think of any topic for which we can use the STAR method?
Can you repeat once the situation?
Situation.
Situation, task, action, and result. Global warming.
Situation.
Maybe some problem solving at work also, right? There is a situation. What task can be done? What action you did? And what was the outcome? Okay.
Yeah. That's a nice one. Situation.
Okay.
Yes.
I think Abhita
And
ma'am
one
has
more, one more for example for the STAR is like reversing the diabetes.
reversing the diabetes. The situation is you're diabetic. The task is
Do the activities which are required to diabetes.
go for walking. Go for walking. What else?
Yeah, and diet,
Dieting.
controlling the diet.
Controlling the diet. Sticking to the schedule. Eat at the proper times. Only the proper food. Take medications. And then action.
Action, maybe whatever the things we are doing, those are the actions only, right?
Actions. Yeah. And then the result.
We are becoming healthier.
Becoming healthy. Putting it under control. Okay. Okay. Let me go back. $100 a day. Writing is good. Oil in the kitchen. Which planet connects you more? For rule of 3. Yes, ma'am. I think rule of 3 goes universally for many of the topics. $100 a day. You're getting $100 a day for free. Is that the topic?
Yes.
That would be amazing, right? If everybody gets $100 a day. Okay, you can tell 3 things what you will do if you get $100 a day. Writing is good. Okay, oil in the kitchen. What is this, ma'am? Is it a metaphor, or is it's just a sentence?
No, it's a metaphor, like oil from head to toe, how it uses internally and externally,
Okay,
right? What are the like benefits or over usage? You can talk about that.
okay, oil in the
What
kitchen.
is- So if we are taking only oil in the kitchen, you can speak why do we use, why we should avoid using too much, all these things. If you are taking this for common reason, you can talk about general things regarding oil, starting from us to even for bike we use grease. And we can take that to the war happening because of oil.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're taking it to the current
Yeah.
also. Okay, I think prep will also suit for the oil in the kitchen. I think. What is your point? What is your opinion, and why you think that opinion? And then again close it with your opinion. Okay, which planet connects you more? Okay, this is again very abstract, right? There is no right or wrong. We can tell any answers. Amazing. Okay. Do we want to try some table topics now, or we have a separate table topic section, moderator?
We have a separate
We have a
table
separate
topic
table
section.
topic section. Okay,
We
so
would
then,
love to have you till then so that we can get your feedback in the end.
okay, sure. So timer is at yellow, right? So maybe I will summarize and I will go to some tips to shine in the table topics. So we saw about PREP, P-R-E-P, point, reason, example, and point. Wherever you are going to share your opinions, you can use this method. And then we saw past, present, future, PPF method. Talk about how something was, how it is, and how it can be in the future, or how it may be in the future. Then we saw about the rule of three, which universally you can use for topics. Then we saw about problem, action, and solution, PAS. Then we saw the STAR method, situation, task, action, and result. For different types of questions, you can use different methods. Whenever you are asked about the past events in your life, you can share any personal experience using the PPF method. If there are opinion-based questions, you can use PREP. If there are what-if questions or hypothetical questions, what if you won a lottery, what if you were a tortoise or something, you can use the problem, action, and solution method. For philosophical topics, again, you can use a small variation of the PREP, which is called as PEAL, point, explain, example, and link. Even for quotes, you can use PEAL method, point, example, point, explain, example, and link. Say, for example, happiness is a choice. Do you agree? And then we also have some funny, light-hearted topics. If you could have dinner with any fictional character, who would that be? For these kind of topics, you can use storytelling and humor along with any other frameworks that we already discussed. Some little tips to shine in table topics is to pause and think before answering. You don't have to start the moment the table topics master finishes. You can take at least 3 seconds and then start. Smile and breathe. So initially we discussed how to show yourself as confident, that you're not scared, that you're not nervous. Put up a big smile and take a breath. That will keep you calm. And keep it simple. A clear, structured answer is always better than a long one. If you think rule of three is too big for you, go for one story. Go for one sequence of thought. Don't go for three if you think you will not be able to wrap it up within a short time. And if you are a person who gets overwhelmed by too many things, then keep it simple. Go for one story or one point. And the next thing is, try to use a personal story whenever you can, so that it's easy and it sounds authentic. Don't force it, but if it is naturally flowing, go for a personal story, or have some stories and anecdotes which you have heard in your life. And the next thing is to end confidently. Always open strong and close strong. Try to practice some bang opening statements and bang closing statements, especially for contest, so that you can conclude with a strong final sentence and you are not closing it abruptly or having a weaker closing. Okay, with these tools, I think you will do great in real life table topics and also in the contest. I have a cheat sheet which I will also post here in the chat. And if there are any questions, please feel free to ping or ask me now, or you can ping me also. I will share my LinkedIn. I'll give 5 seconds if there are any questions. Okay, I take it as a no and pass the control back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you for this fantabulous opportunity to wake up early on a Sunday morning and share some knowledge and wisdom, and also hear different perspectives from different people all over the globe. Together, let's all keep rising and shining. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much, distinguished Toastmaster Priyank, for that wonderful education session on table topics. I felt like there's a lot to learn from you. I think the time is very limited here, so that's why I think we had to cut short this, but sometime we would like to have an elaborate session on table topics because I feel like still, we can extend this topic to even a 1 hour topic because there is a lot of things. Because I myself used to start, find difficult when there are difficult topics presented during the table topic session. But today I learned there are some practical strategies, some techniques which we can go ahead and adapt as per the comfort level of each of us. For me, that PPF technique seemed to be very practical and very easy also to use. The present, past, and future, right? So I'm trying to try that. I'm going to try that very soon, even today if it's possible. So thank you so much again, once again, DTM Mayuri. And I really want to thank you for taking your time and coming here in the early in the morning. I know it's not easy, and yeah. And on behalf of our team, I would like to present you this certificate. I will show it on my background. So it's just a small token of appreciation. I know it is very small, but please accept it. And here it is. So can we all have a selfie with our distinguished Toastmaster Priyank? Zoom Master, can you capture a selfie? Can you please come on camera, all of you? Okay, capturing it. Okay. You can put your favorite emojis, whatever, on your screen if you want. Yes, I captured it. I'm putting it on the chat as well. Yes. Anyone would like to add how you felt this session to be? DTM Mayuri, would you like to say a few words? How you felt the session?
Thank you, Vikram, for giving me that opportunity. This was such a eye opener. Despite being a Toastmaster since so many years now, there's always something to learn. And I think distinguished Toastmaster Priyank made it very easy for us to follow rules. It's when we say that the questions sometimes are very difficult, it takes time to process, like I mentioned a little while earlier. But she's made it easy for us to follow any one of the method which could fall into that particular question. And it all comes down to practice. So I've made a note of all the different ways that we have to continue to follow, whether it is STAR or Rule of Three or PAS, PPF or PrEP. But I will definitely say just one thing. I think table topics comes easier only when you keep practicing and practicing and practicing. And of course, it was wonderful to hear from you and learn from you. Thank you so much for this session.
Yeah, I too enjoyed the session so much about table topics. Priyank, table topic is something so gets us a bit nervous and hyper, but you were so calm and you gave us all the facts like 1, 2, 3, and 4, all the points, and your demeanor itself made it feel and think so like table topic is something that's so comfortable and we can all deal with it. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I think you summarized it very well, ma'am. I think she actually made it easy for us. I also was feeling like, is there any structure that we can put? Like, the introduction, body, and conclusion is what actually every topic has to have. But
Right.
even in table topics, if we have to use anything, I was thinking that way. But I think today, Priyank has made it very simple for us. Let's try it. I think, as Mayuri said, practice makes us perfect. The more we practice, I think that's where we will get comfortable with all these tools and techniques. So with that, let's conclude our education session. So DTM Priyank would request you to stay till the end if you can and provide us your valuable inputs on the table topics if, while you are looking at some of the people taking up the topics. So immediately after this speech, I think we'll be getting to the table topics.